So that's vision to so that you know where you're going, feedback to keep bettering yourself,
Yes.
and interest so you're not preoccupied with your fears. So these
Yeah.
three basically is what helped you in
Yeah,
those
yeah.
initial 2 years. You said your means of money was one thing you mentioned was a stable income which came through teaching, but you said that happened later on.
Later
But
on.
the first 2 years you mentioned was you did as many gigs as possible.
Yes, yes.
My understanding is to get those initial gigs is always the hardest, and then over time is when people start understanding and seeing you play. It gets a little easier to
Yeah.
get more projects. How did you? Until your first gig, how did you go about it, and how did you get your first gig? What happened?
So, I mean, so I'm a 80s kid. So when I started, there was a lot of venues, and there were a lot of venues where they had open mic also. They had a paid gigs also, like Freedom Jam.
Yeah.
Was one of my first, stage show which I did. I mean, apart from my college, but as a full-time musician in Freedom Jam. Then there was another one, World Music Day, which happens in Alliance France. Then after that, eventually, it went on to a couple of. There was a lot of pubs that they had where we can go and play, like Take Five, then Humming Tree, then a couple of places which was there. I think what is that, Rasta. There's one more which I forgot. Like this, hotel scenarios and things. Um, where we didn't get paid that much, but yeah, there was venues that we could play, and that generated some, an income where I can pay my bills,
Yeah.
and eventually, you know when somebody sees me playing and somebody else calls, like, do you want to play here? So always collaborating with different band and different musicians also helped me to, you know make that money where I can, sustain, or, pay my bills, and also, do my things. But now it's not like that. It's quite tough due to a lot of rules and things like that. Making a steady income in a gig right now, I mean, you can, I'm not saying you can't, but you got to be like really good in other things, like marketing,
Yeah.
how you do your presentation, how you need to, have your whole team. So there you need to have a bit of financial backup to, you know, to push yourself to get those incomes.
Okay. So you also mentioned that when you made the switch from corporate to music, you said you didn't just blindly jump, but you did your homework
Yeah, yeah.
and your research. Can you take us through that process? So if somebody does have plans of actually making a career switch, what kind of preparation do they have to do?
So when I did that, a bit of research, I did attend a couple of workshops, but it was paid, and I was glad to do that because it's a learning thing. And I really didn't think that that's another source of income for a musician. But it was like, hey, somebody's doing, okay, give me a ticket, I want to go. My mindset was like that. But when I had to switch, then I was like, yeah, I think, yeah. So doing a workshop or a clinic also is kind of a source of income for a musician. And apart from that, what else? Okay, doing a corporate teaching, because corporate was something booming, and it was, because like when I was working in IT itself, so we used to have this yoga, sessions, mindfulness sessions, and we used to have some like presentations and things like that, like dance, and there were so many other activities. I'm like, yeah, I can pitch in here also by teaching them, music, or playing guitar or whatever. Then after that, like this, research went on and on. But what's the cycle? So you do it in one company, then you got to be doing another company. So that cycle is where, and if you have to do that, what you need to do for that, you need to be better. You need to know what is what to, you know, to give that
Yeah.
to the people. So I have to learn. So that's where, I started like doing shows, and that's where, I started learning things. Then I started slowly like approaching different music institutes, where like visiting faculty, like just go for a day or two, just teach them and come. And yeah, so I did for Flipkart workshop. Then I also did in Infosys as a crash course, which I taught there. uh, like they say, learn English in 30 days. Like that, learn guitar in 3 months, like that kind of a course. And yeah, uh, and after that, like playing recording sections,
Yeah.
and also in devotional, like gospel songs and all that we did, which I got paid. And there's that's what, there's a lot of opportunities when you know you're good at something. Automatically you
Doors
will
open.
find the doors. And and now it's a digital world. You can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And thanks to COVID, that's where I started doing we did one live show during COVID,
Okay.
like just sitting, everybody sitting in their own place, and we are like playing. We did one. Then um, then online classes, then online workshops, which I did. And yeah, so there are a lot of opportunities which are there, uh, like teaching in school, or get affiliated with some band, and try to do some events. And and also like playing for, doing a freelancing, you know as a session player. Or you have your own band, your own troupe, you can do your own shows and things like
Yeah.
that. The one thing that I want to tell the kids tomorrow, if they really want to make a career, first thing is know your instrument, and learn music. Learn music. When I say like play, just play your heart out, get a beauty out of it. And after that, slowly like record your contents. Now these days everybody have a home studio. Just learn those tools, how it works, and have the right gear. Do your own videos, right? Just put it up in all the medias, and see how much you post and how much you market yourself. And eventually you will come to a point where you are a brand altogether,
Yeah.
or you are a product where people will start calling you, and you can start you know travel the world, that if you want. And apart from that, yeah, teaching is very, very crucial, because you need to know what is what. Because your teaching means you need to be good at something to tell your
Yes.
students. And for that you should study, not just by doing certificate. I don't believe in that, because anybody can get a certificate, but you play good, you learn good, and have a good mentor.
Yeah.
Have a very good mentor, so that uh, you're molded enough, and the mentor also knows exactly how you're growing, and can give you a nice path,
Yeah. Yeah.
a path where you're leading to. Because everybody plays music, like pop, everything. But they like, what are you playing? What's your choice? What's the joy? What genre do you fit in? Like as I told you, this is my genre, like jazz, blues, and funk. Is my way that I can just come so easy for me to do.
Yeah.
That they need to understand. So for that, I think somebody said, if you practice for 10,000 hours, you're sorted.
Yeah. So it's hard work, a lot of hard work.
I wouldn't say I mean, hard work is part of it. There is thing is, I would say, the joy of what you're doing. In music, more than putting a hard work, I would say, when you have fun in playing, you don't need a hard work,
Yeah.
because when you put fun in your playing, you learn things very easily. And second, I would say, is consistency. Keep having fun in the same consistent way, and you keep seeing the growth. And I think those are the things a musician should have.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, it follows by discipline and all that
The-
thing that you will learn eventually, that you have no other things to do, but if you have to
Correct.
do, you have to be that way,
Right.
right? And all these things you can also, I say, like guru gyan, you get it from your inspirations.
Yes.
Like, even if I have a mentor, like I had a mentor, so he used to, like, you know kick my butt and say, like, hey, practice. Did you do this? Otherwise, go. Like
Yeah.
that, when I saw this with the great musicians, like, for example, Steve Vai, who had played in Phoenix Market City. His teacher is Joe Satriani, who is another big guy. So he says, did you learn the fretboard? Like, when Joe asked his student Steve, why did you learn the fretboard? He's like, no, then don't come to my class, go. That shows discipline.
Yeah.
Means, oh, I have to do this. And all these things, I think, eventually you will learn when you start having fun. Because when you are having fun, like any other game, you'll slip and you fall. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to do some warm up, then I have to, get into the game. So that's when you're doing that warm up, that's a discipline that you're developing. 3 points that I want to say, which really helped me, and I follow that a lot. One is spiritually, physically, and mentally. If these three things you align it, you are
Yeah.
you're unstoppable. You're on fire, right? So spiritually, when I say, it's not religion, but spiritually, like, because music is spiritual, right? When it is spiritual, you need to, like, do a bit of meditation to keep your mind, your soul at peace. Then when I say, physically, which means you need to be fit to play. Your body is like your temple, right? What you eat, what you know you work out, that shapes up. And mentally also, it's very important for a musician. You have a very chaotic mind, you can't do music. And also, if you have a very, like, there's a lot of noise, right? If you listen to metal and all that, the noise will get cancelled, because that's a frequency which works. That's what they say, like, a brain, especially in music, the whole brain works towards music.
Yeah.
Unlike uh, any other activities, music is the only uh, a thing that makes your whole brain to work. So in that way, having a very uh, mindfulness and conscious and peaceful mind, your music just flows. And I think those are the things which really requires.
You touched upon different streams of revenue for yourself. Can, from your own experience, can somebody make a comfortable living doing what you're doing? One of the insecurities any parent would have is, can my son or my
Correct.
daughter make a comfortable living? Can
Correct.
my child make a comfortable living? So, based on your own experience,
I think, yeah, definitely. You can make comfortable a, a living, unless and until you don't have too much of expectations.
yeah,
Means, expectation, um, I think it becomes very minimal for a musician. For us, it's buying more equipments and buying more gears, other things. But yeah, you can you can go beyond your comfort living. You can earn more than what you want. It's all in your mindset. If you think I want 50K, you will get 50K. No, man, I want to make really like big amount, like a lakh or two or per month. You can, and there are opportunities like that. But for that, again, it's you need to
Yes.
sit and learn and practice and play, perform. You be your own brand. I think everything will follow. It's very comfortable level. In other sectors, it's different. It's very different, but here it's you, and you're your own challenge.
Yes.
You need to be, you want to have even more luxurious living, then you need to be working towards it in terms of, like as I said, practice and learning and playing with different artists and composing your own things, venturing out to productions, working under some, being an assistant or anything that brings those comfort living.
So we're coming towards the
Yeah.
end. So in hindsight, today, do you regret giving up your IT career, or are you happy that you made that hard decision of switching a comfortable, high-paying job and following your passion?
Okay. Now these questions are like very familiar, um, because few people asked me this as well. When I switched from, I mean, I don't regret. Okay,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
honest, I don't regret at all. I whatever decision I've made, it's with my full soul, with my full heart and my body, mind, everything. And I thank always God for it, because He's the one. So I don't regret for that. I completely like enjoy, and I'm still looking forward for much more adventurous and thrilling
Okay.
things to come up. And even my manager, when I put down my papers, like, "Arey, kya ho gaya?" Is an amazing guy. Like, what happened? I'll give you little more hike. Stay back. I'll give you this. I'll give. I like, no. Then what are you going to do? You got job somewhere? I like, no. I just picked up. I've just decided to do music. His eyes went big and he's like, seriously? Yes, sir, I'm going to take this. Man, go. How many days notice period you want? I was like, 15 days. Are you sure you can, like, I'm very sure 15 days. And in that way, even he supported it. Like, okay, you're doing what you love to do, go for it.
Yeah.
And you asked me something else. What was that other thing which you said?
I asked, do you regret it today?
Ha, yeah, yeah. No, no, no,
In
no.
hindsight, you said
No, no,
no.
no, 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 not at all. And it's fun. It's always fun, and always encourage even my kids. Like, if you want to do music, just go for it. Don't think about anything, right? Yeah. So it's
And
fun.
in your career in music, can you highlight some of your failures? Some of your learnings, and what are your success stories?
Learning has always been there with anybody, for that matter. Like, even when I sit alone and when I keep playing, there is something new, things which keeps coming up, which is never, there's no stop for it. My success, yeah, of course, like, I played with, as I told you, you know a couple of artists, and a lot of musicians. And my successes have been a better person than what I was before, if I look back, like in my way of playing in music. And I feel really proud about it. Proud as in, I can tap my shoulder and say, hey man, that's good. I
Yeah.
think you still got some more things to do. And success wise, yeah, according to me, there's still more for success things. But so
Okay.
far, yeah, played with a lot of artists, that is which I really cherish, and I really thankful, because playing with them, it's a honor, it's a blessing, you know working, collaborating with them and doing, it's a huge honor, and they also mentor you in a way that how you can be better and better person tomorrow. And that way, yeah, that's my success.
Yeah.
And I'm still, there's a lot more to come.
So one final question, Mario. So
Yeah.
you mentioned you've had the privilege of playing with some of these big artists. You mentioned Kunal Ganjawala, Lucky
KK.
Ali, KK, and Shankar Mahadevan. So
No, no, Hariharan sir.
Hariharan, not okay. So this could have actually paved the path into performing on a similar trajectory. But even at that moment, you decided to follow jazz, your passion again.
Yeah, yeah. Why?
What is so special about jazz? Why is jazz? Why it feels like a calling to you?
Yeah.
What is?
I mean, all these artists with whom I played, they are tremendous. They are so talented, and they're so humble, and they're so fun to play and to be with. I think they all went through those, Zen mode at one time, and and they never made me feel nervous. Feel like very anxious about, to be on stage with them. They made us feel comfortable, and somewhere, I mean, the taste for jazz, or the jazz was calling me, was day in day out. I used to listen to only that kind of music, and somewhere, I felt it has got so many colors, and also like not only one musician in a band, but everybody are like powerhouse, like a drummer, pianist, or a bass guitarist, or a guitarist. It's not that who's good, who's bad. Everybody is amazing, and everybody has got their own, you know, way of expressions and their sound. That fascinated me to, to pick
Yeah,
up
yeah.
jazz. And though jazz is, I would say, it's a musician's music. Like you play rock, you play metal, everybody at one point they will venture out to jazz, the musicians. I listen to bhajan songs, I listen to gospel and all that, but somewhere, these genres are the genre which
Yeah.
I am easy to communicate, I'm easy to express, and and venture out for much more adventurous journey in music with these genres. And yeah, to write my own music in these genres very soon.
So, Mario, it's been wonderful sitting here and then learning
Likewise.
about your professional journey. I'm really excited to this next phase in your career where you're going to start making music, and we hope that we
Me
start,
too.
and we're hoping to hear you soon.
Thank you.
So, from Resolve, I wish you the very best in your future endeavors, and thank you so much for sharing your experience. I'm hoping that it helps a lot of people out there.
I like to thank you also, Sandy, for considering me for this, you know, podcast that you're doing. And thank you very much for your time as well. And I wish you also an amazing life ahead with whatever you're doing. I think you are one person that I would say who never saw IT, but who really love to do things which you wanted to. And I wish you all the best. And whatever you do, you're doing it from your heart. I'm sure God will definitely, who's watching you, and He'll give you an abundance of, energy and blessings to do better and
Yeah.
to do well.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much,
And
Mario.
then thank you so much again. And we shall stay in touch.
Absolutely.